bright. Let your light ignite. Erase the words with grace they lace. Masterpieces in life's embrace. Tears fall, cleansing souls, cries in heartache. Love makes us right.
Okay, so manifestation. It's everywhere you look these days, right? Unlocking abundance, making those dreams work. But let's be real. You don't want the surface level stuff. You want to really make it happen. So today we're diving deep into Manifest Your Dreams by Dr. Shu Chen Hill.
You know, it's funny. This book, it isn't just some fluffy, good vibes only thing. Dr. Who actually brings together ancient philosophy and modern psychology, like Hermeticism meets your therapist.
Right. Because we've all tried to wish things into existence. But this book says it goes way beyond that. So where do we even start with this whole law of attraction thing?
Well, people get stuck on the positive vibes, But the book ties it back to this idea from ancient Egypt and Greece, the principle of mentalism. It's this wild concept that basically the universe itself is mental. Like our thoughts, they aren't just nothing. They shape our reality.
Whoa, okay, my mind is a little blown right now. So it's not just about happy thoughts. It's about what our thoughts are like energetic blueprints or something.
Exactly. The energy you're putting out, even your beliefs. That's what shapes what you experience, attracts like.
Okay, so if I'm freaking out about money, feeling broke all the time, I'm actually attracting more money problems.
It's not what you want to hear, but yeah, kind of. But the good news is, if you shift to abundance, to gratitude, and truly believe you deserve it, that's what you start to see in your life.
That makes sense, but how do we actually use this? It can't be as simple as wishing for $1 million, right?
Definitely not. And Dr. Howe is clear about that. It takes effort, a real approach. She gives actual steps, starting with building that abundance mindset.
See, this is what gets me. Most of us, we're wired for scarcity.
Right.
Always thinking there's not enough.
Exactly. And Dr. Howe has this exercise where you challenge those beliefs. Ask yourself, is this really true? Then you reframe those thoughts. Instead of, I can't afford that, it's, how can I make this happen?
So it's about taking charge, changing how you see things.
Exactly. And then you can figure out what you really want. And being specific is super important.
Okay, so instead of wishing for more money, it's more like, I want to earn an extra $5,000 this year from a side hustle.
Yes. The clearer you are, the stronger the signal you send out. And once you have that vision, then it's about using visualization.
This is where it gets really interesting, right? If I can really imagine and feel the outcome I want, it's like I'm aligning my energy with it.
Exactly. And the book talks about how this works scientifically. Our brains, believe it or not, don't actually separate what we imagine from what's real. So when you visualize, your brain starts to believe it, which makes it more likely to happen in real life.
So it's not just seeing it, but feeling it as if it's already happened.
Exactly. And that brings us to the next step. Creating intentions. Think of it like setting goals, but with real energy behind them.
And this is where affirmations come in. Dr. Hugh talks about how they can actually rewire your thinking, almost like you're creating new pathways in your brain.
Yes, you're choosing to believe in yourself. You're aligning your thoughts, beliefs, your emotions with the life you want to create.
So it's like inner work plus actually doing things in the real world.
Exactly. Dr. Howe says the universe listens to action, not just daydreams.
And trusting that the universe is working with you, even when you can't see the full picture.
Exactly. It's a partnership. But I'm sure you're thinking, does this really work?
Right, because it sounds great, but where's the proof? Well, Dr. Howe talks about people like Oprah and Jim Carrey who say they use the law of attraction.
And there's that story about Jim Carrey writing himself a $10 million check when he was still struggling.
And then a few years later, he gets paid that exact amount for Dumb and Dumber.
Right. Pretty wild.
Okay, that's definitely a story that gives you chills. But even if you believe it, putting it into practice is hard, right? Life happens. What about all the things that get in the way?
Oh, for sure. Dr. Howe talks about those too. Things like limiting beliefs, those little voices of doubt that sabotage everything.
Tell me about it. So how do we deal with those?
Awareness is the first step. Dr. Howe gives signs to look out for. Negative self-talk, procrastination, being afraid to fail, even self-sabotage. Once you see them, you can start to break them down.
So basically, becoming an expert at recognizing your own BS.
Exactly. And that fear of failure. Dr. Hyde gives strategies to handle that, like break down big goals into smaller steps.
Because sometimes it's feeling overwhelmed that stops us from doing anything.
Exactly. And then there's impatience. We want it all, and we want it and now W.
Which ironically might be working against us, creating more of that feeling of lack.
You got it. The book really emphasizes trusting the process, understanding that things happen in their own time. Delays aren't always bad. Sometimes they're like detours to something even better.
So it's about surrendering to the universe's timing, not forcing everything to happen right now.
Exactly. It's about the journey, not just the destination. And speaking of tools for this journey, Dr. Howe talks about all kinds of techniques to help you manifest.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so what kind of tools are we talking about?
We'll dive into affirmations, subliminal messaging, which always has that mysterious element, and of course, mastering visualization. Plus, we can't forget the power of gratitude.
Right, because that's about appreciating what you have, which then attracts even more good stuff into your life.
You're catching on quickly. It's about creating that positive feedback loop. And you know what? We're just getting started. There's so much more to unpack.
Well, hold on to your hats, everyone, because this is about to get really interesting.
Let's dive into these tools, starting with affirmations. They're not just like nice phrases you say to yourself.
Right. Dr. Howe says they actually rewire your subconscious. But I gotta be honest, sometimes it feels a little, I don't know, too good to be true. Like just saying nice things to the universe will make miracles happen. How does this rewiring actually work?
Think of your subconscious like a computer program. Those negative beliefs we all have, they're the code. You keep inputting the same code, you get the same output. Those same frustrating patterns in your life.
Okay, so if I'm always thinking I'm bad with money, I'll never be rich, my subconscious is like, yep, gotta keep this person broke.
Exactly. But you can rewrite the code. When you use affirmations consistently, I am a money magnet, abundance flows to me, you create new pathways in your brain.
So I'm literally changing my brain by changing my thoughts.
That's the power of neuroplasticity. Your brain is always evolving based on your experiences, thoughts, everything.
Okay, so the more I use those positive affirmations, the stronger those new pathways become. And the old negative ones start to fade away.
Precisely. Like building a habit. It takes time, but those positive beliefs become automatic.
But it's not just about, like, robotic repetition. You have to feel it.
You got it. Dr. Howe says you have to embody the affirmation, not just say the words, but tap into the feeling behind them. That's where the power comes from.
So if I'm affirming financial abundance, I don't just say it. I visualize, like, what it would feel like to have that freedom, that security.
Now you're getting it. Speaking of visualizing, remember how we were talking about how the brain doesn't always know the difference between what we imagine and what's real? That's why visualization is so powerful.
So it's not daydreaming. It's actively creating those images, feeling them in the present moment.
Exactly. Dr. Howe talks about using all your senses, not just sight.
Oh, interesting. So if I'm visualizing my dream home, I don't just picture it. I imagine walking through the door, feeling the rug under my feet, smelling dinner, cooking.
Exactly. The more vivid it is, the more real it becomes to your brain. And the more your brain believes it, the more likely it is to become your reality.
It's like you're showing the universe a movie of your desires in HD, not some blurry old photo.
I like that. And don't forget the emotions. Feel the joy, the gratitude, as if you're living it right now.
So it all comes back to aligning your energy with what you want.
Exactly. And that brings us to intentions. We talked about being specific, right? Intentions are like laser beams of energy focusing on what you want.
Right, because I want a better life. It's kind of vague. Is it a new job? Winning the lottery? What am I actually after?
Exactly. Write those intentions down clearly. It's like a contract with the universe.
And that's where those affirmations we talked about are so powerful. So I could write, my intention is to have a fulfilling career that's also financially rewarding. And then I create affirmations like, I deserve a job I love, or abundance flows into my career.
You got it. You're weaving those affirmations into your intention, making that energy even stronger.
Okay, so we've got the right mindset, clear desires, we're visualizing, using affirmations. What else is in this manifesting toolkit?
This one might sound kind of out there, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Subliminal messaging.
Ooh, subliminal messaging. Okay, I'll admit, that one's always been a bit of a mystery to me. Like, can you really reprogram your mind with hidden messages?
Okay, think of it this way. Your conscious mind is like a gatekeeper, filtering information. Subliminal messages, they go around the gatekeeper, straight to your subconscious.
So it's like sneaking in the back door with a whole bunch of positivity.
You could say that. And you can actually make your own subliminal messages. Dr. Howe even gives you a step-by-step guide in the book.
So I could create like audio tracks with affirmations hidden under music or nature sounds. My subconscious picks them up, but my conscious mind doesn't even realize it.
Exactly. You're basically feeding your subconscious a steady stream of positive reinforcement.
That's pretty wild. But I'm guessing consistency is key, right? Just like with affirmations.
Absolutely. Consistency is key with all of this. It's like watering a plant. You got to do it regularly for it to grow.
All right, so we've got affirmations, we've got visualization, subliminal messaging. It's like assembling a team of manifestation techniques.
And no dream team is complete without a secret weapon. Gratitude.
Gratitude. Feeling thankful for what you have, even when things are tough. But how does that play into manifestation?
Gratitude is like rocket fuel for your manifestations. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your energy from I don't have enough to a state of abundance.
Because if you're always focused on what you don't have, you're basically saying, I'm not good enough, or there's not enough to go around.
You got it. But when you start appreciating what is working, even small things, you send this message of abundance out to the universe.
And then the universe is like, oh, they're grateful. Let's give them more to be grateful for. It's like a positive feedback loop.
Precisely. The book says gratitude retrains your brain to see the good, which attracts more good into your life. Right?
Exactly. So it's not just about getting new stuff. It's about actually enjoying what you already have. What are some practical ways to be more grateful every day?
Dr. Howe talks about keeping a gratitude journal. Just write down a few things you're grateful for each day.
Even small things like the sun was out today, or I had a really great cup of coffee.
Exactly. It's just your focus. And don't underestimate the power of expressing gratitude to other people, too.
I love that. Okay, so we've got all these awesome tools. But it's not just about the tools themselves, is it? It's about how we use them.
You're right. It's like having a fancy kitchen. You can have all the gadgets in the world, but if you don't use them, you won't get a gourmet meal.
That is such a good analogy. You've got to actually put in the effort, experiment, see what works for you.
Exactly. And that brings us to the next piece. Taking aligned action. It's not enough to just dream it. You gotta do something.
Okay, let's talk action. Because so many people think the law of attraction is about wishing and waiting.
It's about aligning your actions with your desires. It's a team effort, you and the universe. You set the goal, you do the work, and the universe supports you in amazing ways.
I love that. What does aligned action look like in real life?
It's different for everyone. Say you want to write a book. Aligned action could be making time to write every day, joining a writing group, researching agents.
So it's not about some big dramatic gesture. It's the small, consistent steps.
Exactly. And here's the key. Aligned action feels good. It's not forcing yourself. It's following what feels right.
So if it feels like a chore, it's probably not aligned action.
You got it. Trust your gut. The universe whispers, it doesn't shout. Notice those whispers, the synchronicities, those moments when the right opportunity appears.
It's about being open, trusting that the universe is working with us.
Precisely. And that takes surrender. Surrendering to how things unfold, to the timing, and being open to the possibility that what the universe has in store is even better than we imagine.
That's powerful, especially in a world that says we have to force things to happen right now.
It's about finding that balance between taking action and going with the flow.
What about those times when, even when we're doing everything right, we hit a wall? Those limiting beliefs that creep back in.
Ah, yes. Limiting beliefs. Like weeds in a garden, pull them out, they come back.
The worst. So how do we deal with them?
Awareness is the first step, remember. Once you see those beliefs, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, you can challenge them.
So instead of letting those thoughts run wild, we consciously choose a different story.
Exactly. And get creative. Dr. Howe suggests writing down those negative beliefs on one side of a paper, then their opposites on the other side.
Flipping the script.
Exactly. Be patient with yourself. It takes time to reprogram those old thought patterns. Keep practicing those affirmations. Keep visualizing. Keep taking action.
Showing up for yourself, even when it's hard.
Exactly. And celebrate your wins along the way. Every little victory matters.
Because those small wins build momentum. They show us that we can create the life we want.
Exactly. Celebrate those victories, big or small, and enjoy the journey.
Because it's not just about the destination. It's about the growth, the lessons, the whole experience.
Precisely. And there are even more tools Dr. Howe talks about. Things that can make your manifestation even stronger.
Oh, I'm all ears. What else can we add to our arsenal?
Well, have you ever thought about the power of music?
Music. Okay, now I'm really interested. How does that work?
Think about how music changes how you feel. Upbeat tunes can energize you, calm music can relax you, while music can also raise your vibration and align you with what you want to manifest.
So if I'm stressed, I can put on something upbeat to shift my energy and get back into that positive manifesting mindset.
Exactly. Dr. Howe even recommends specific types of music, like for meditation or visualization, try calming piano music.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Creates a peaceful atmosphere, quiets the mind.
Exactly. And to boost your mood, she suggests uplifting pop music.
I love that. It's like I'm creating a soundtrack for my life.
Exactly. Experiment. See what resonates with you. Create playlists that make you feel joyful and abundant.
So it's about choosing music that makes you feel good and aligns with the energy you want to bring into your life.
Exactly. And it's not just about the music you listen to, it's also about the space you create for yourself. Your environment matters.
Our surroundings really do impact our energy, don't they?
Absolutely. Dr. Howe talks about creating a high vibe environment, a space that supports you and your dreams.
Okay, so what does a high vibe environment actually look like?
It's personal, but usually it's a space that feels good to be in, that inspires you. This could mean decluttering, letting go of what you don't need, and adding things that bring you joy.
I can see how clutter would bring down your energy. It's like having a million tabs open on your computer. It's overwhelming.
Right. A clean, organized space can make a huge difference, and never underestimate the power of nature.
Yes, bringing the outdoors in. Plants are essential for me. They make a space feel so alive.
And they clean the air, which can also boost your mood. Dr. Howe also mentions crystals.
Crystals. Okay, I have to admit, I don't know much about crystals, but I'm definitely curious.
Different crystals are said to have different energies. Rose quartz is for love, citrine for abundance, things like that.
So you can choose crystals based on the energy you want to bring into your life.
Exactly. You can put them around your home, on your desk, even carry them with you.
So it all ties back to being intentional. Paying attention to our surroundings and how they make us feel.
Precisely. And creating that high vibe environment, it's not a one-time thing. You're always paying attention, making changes as needed.
It's an ongoing process of fine-tuning your environment to support your well-being.
Exactly. And even small changes can make a huge difference.
This is all such great advice. We've talked about so much affirmations, visualization, gratitude, even creating a high vibe environment. But there's one more thing I want to talk about. Self-love.
Yes. Self-love. Can't talk about manifestation without it.
Because if you don't believe you deserve it, you won't allow it into your life.
You got it. If you don't love and value yourself, you're blocking all the good the universe wants to send you.
It's like trying to fill a cup with a hole in it.
Exactly. Self-love is the foundation. It influences everything, how you see yourself, your choices, the energy you put out.
So how do we learn to love ourselves more? Especially if we're used to being self-critical.
It's a journey. Start by noticing how you talk to yourself. Are you constantly putting yourself down?
It's so easy to fall into that negative self-talk trap.
It is, but you can choose to challenge those thoughts. Talk to yourself with kindness, like you would a friend.
It's about treating ourselves with the same compassion we'd offer someone we love.
Exactly. And it's not just about what you say, it's what you do. Take care of yourself, set boundaries, forgive yourself for mistakes.
It's about making choices that nurture your mind, body, and soul.
Exactly. Honoring your needs, putting your happiness first.
And when you truly love and value yourself, you attract people and experiences that reflect that.
Exactly. Self-love isn't selfish, it's essential. Self-love really changes everything, doesn't it?
Totally. You know, it's funny. When I think about the happiest times of my life, it's always when I'm taking care of myself, setting boundaries, being good to myself.
It's like you become this magnet for good things when you have that self-love energy.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot. The law of attraction, mindset shifts, tools like affirmations, visualization, that high vibe environment. But before we wrap up, how can someone use all this in their everyday life? Like, what about manifesting better health?
Dr. Who actually has a whole chapter on that. She says, what you believe about your health really impacts how you feel physically. It's about shifting from worrying about getting sick to focusing on being healthy and strong.
So if you're constantly stressed about every ache and pain, you're actually more likely to, make yourself sick.
It's not about blaming yourself if you get sick, of course. But our thoughts are powerful. Visualization is huge here. Imagine yourself as healthy and vibrant.
Creating that mental picture for your body to follow.
Exactly. And those affirmations too, saying things like, my body is strong, I am healthy, can really reprogram your mind to support your well-being.
Shifting from fear to trust. Trusting your body to heal.
Yes. And it's not all inner work, of course. Dr. Who also talks about taking action when it comes to your health. making healthy choices, eating well, exercising, getting enough rest.
It's that mind, body, spirit connection.
Exactly. And that applies to other areas too, like your job or your finances.
Right. Because who couldn't use a little more abundance in those areas?
It's a common goal. And again, it starts with the inner work, believing you are worthy of success, that there's enough to go around.
Getting rid of those thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, smart enough, experienced enough.
Exactly. And then using tools like visualization and affirmations.
So like visualizing myself giving an amazing presentation that gets me promoted, or finally launching that side hustle I've been thinking about.
Yes. And using affirmations to back it up. Things like, I am successful, or money comes easily to me.
Creating that feeling, that belief that it's already happening. But it's not just about thinking it right. We have to actually take action.
Action is key. But it's about taking the right action. Things that feel good, not things you're forcing out of desperation.
So trusting your gut. Following those intuitive nudges, those little signs that you're on the right track.
Yes. Maybe it's networking, updating your resume, having a conversation about your goals.
Showing up as your best self. And trusting that the right opportunities will show up for you.
Exactly. And sometimes those opportunities come in ways you'd never expect. That's why it's so important to stay open to possibilities.
This has been amazing. We've covered so much. But one last question, love. Can you actually manifest love using the law of attraction?
Of course. It works for anything you desire, and that includes love.
I don't know. Love feels different. It's not something you can just, buy online.
You're right. It's not about trying to control someone else. It's about creating space in your own life to attract love.
Okay, so where do we start?
Like everything else, it begins with you. Believing you deserve love, that the right person is out there.
That's tough. Especially if you've been hurt before, where you have those thoughts telling you you're not good enough.
That's real. It's about healing, letting go of the past, and challenging those thoughts that might be blocking love.
So, working through those inner blocks.
Exactly. And once you've done that, you can use tools like visualization to picture the kind of relationship you want.
So instead of looking for the one, focus on the qualities you want in a partner.
Exactly. Imagine yourself in a happy, loving relationship. Focus on what it feels like to be loved, cherished, respected.
What about affirmations? Any examples for manifesting love?
You could try, I am worthy of love, or I attract loving people into my life.
Shifting from I'm lonely to I am lovable. I am open to love.
Exactly. And don't forget about taking action.
So putting yourself out there, going on dates, saying yes to social events.
Exactly. Taking those steps to create connections.
This has been such an insightful conversation. It feels like we've barely scratched the surface of this topic. But if there's one thing you want listeners to remember, what would it be?
Remember, the law of attraction isn't about wishing and hoping. It's about creating. Aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions with your dreams. You are powerful. You are a creator.
It's about realizing that we have more control over our lives than we think.
Yes. And it's a journey, but the rewards are incredible.
So is Manifest Your Dreams a magic ticket to a perfect life? Maybe not. But it's a powerful guide to creating a life filled with joy, abundance, and fulfillment.
It's about asking, what if? What if everything you've ever dreamed of is possible? What if you have the power to make it happen?
And who knows what incredible things you'll manifest along the way.
Night whispers, stars gleam bright. Dreams take flight and moon soft light. In each tear, the sun's soft glow. Guiding light that we all know. Hold on to dreams, they'll lead the way. Through dark nights to brighter day. In tears find strength to rise. For within the sun never dies. And fear starts to stand bold and tall. With each fall rise, answer the call. Like whispers, stars gleam bright. Dreams take flight in moon soft light. In each tear, the sun's soft glow. Guiding light that we all know. Hold on to dreams, they'll lead the way. Through dark nights to brighter day. With each tear, find strength path leads you home. Embrace the journey with courage, strive. Let your light never erase the words with grace they lace. Masterpieces in life's embrace. Tears fall, cleansing souls, cries and heartache. Love makes us right. Dreams open every door. Hold on to strength to go to door. Trials come, sorrows may roam. Your spirit guides, leads you home. Embrace the journey with courage, strive. It's your light, every moment to fight. Embrace the words with grace they lace. Masterpieces in life's embrace. Prayers fall, night whispers, stars gleam bright. Dreams take flight in moon's soft light. In each chapter, night whisper, stars gleam bright. Dreams take flight in moon's soft light. Each chapter, the sun's soft glow, guiding light that we all know. Hold on to strength to go to door. Trials come, sorrows go. Guiding light that we own. Love makes us right. Dreams open every door. Hold on to strength to go to door. Trials come, sorrows may roam. Your spirit guides, leads you home. Embrace the journey with courage, strive. It's your light, every moment to fight. Embrace the words with grace they lace. Masterpieces in life's embrace. Prayers fall, night whispers, stars gleam bright. Dreams take flight in moon's soft light. Each year the sun's soft glow, guiding life that we all know. Hold on and try to go to door. Trials come, sorrows may roll. Shining lights that we own. Love makes us right. Dreams open every door. Hold on and try to go to door. Trials come, sorrows may roll. Your spirit